Well, you got to the Super Bowl, man. Did you go buy something after you saw the commercials?
Nope.
What do you think the best commercial was? And, you know, they always got the. I think it was $7 million for 30 seconds.
Yeah. I like. I just like the trailers, man. I mean, they've kind of dropped off. Nothing catchy to me in the last.
I thought the karate one. With the Coors versus Miller Lite, I thought it was all right.
That was all right.
But I thought the best one to me was J-Lo pulling up at the drive-thru, and old boy Ben Affleck was working at the window. That was.
Yeah, that was the best.
I hate to use this word, but that was kind of cute.
I like the one where they was in the office and the girl asked to use the pen and they started a big fight in the office.
I didn't see them.
MMA, the WWF.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Come out the top, girls come out the top. They come down on the table. I like that.
Oh man, I miss that.
But boy, don't tell me TV ain't powerful, man. When people paying $7 million for 30 seconds.
And hope everybody in America ain't went to the bathroom.
Well, you know how they look at it.
And you know they calculate that.
Right.
They put that in there. Yeah. How many people watching the game but gonna be gone
during the time they.
But I think a lot of people probably stuck, because I know me. I was like, well, I want to see these daggone commercials. I want to see which one I like. So I'm kind of more captivated with the commercials now. But I'm with you, Brian. I kind of like the trailers better than the commercials.
But you know it ain't like it used to be, because now you can back up. You can back it up.
Oh, yeah.
And I got that on my TV, so I used to wait for a commercial to go get scotch. I just let it play now, then I just back it up.
But Eminem had a commercial. I don't understand their commercial. The M&M's commercial?
Yeah,
I didn't understand it.
No.
Well, the way the commercial break down is they calculate to see how many people they think are going to watch it. So to them, to us it sounds like a lot of money, but to them it's like 4 cents a person. You know what I'm saying? When it breaks down to 220 million people or 120 million people watching.
Yeah.
To them it breaks down 4 cents a person going to each household. I ain't got to send out no mailers. I ain't got no telemarketers. This is going out to everybody watching it at one time.
Yeah.
I can get my commercial back. So
right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Then I think the commercial before the half costs more, right after the half costs more. That kind of stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Certain spots.
The only number I heard was.
You know, people gonna try to go right back to the game right after halftime. So I can understand.
What I heard was $7 million for 30 seconds.
That's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money.
Oh,
wait a minute! I like Snoop Dogg's commercial.
That was good.
Yeah, I like Snoop Dogg's. Yeah,
but
off the table.
30 seconds. If you had 30 seconds on TV, what would you tell the people?
What would I tell them?
Yeah. Or you want to show them something? You want to show them a little something? Look at this.
I'll probably just do a dance or something. I don't know.
Come on, Bullhead. I got you in the seat because you deep and, you know, all that. And that's what you would do.
If you want me to get deep,
your 30 seconds, you would do a dance.
You done wrote 2 books. You done wrote 2. You would advertise your book.
Weightball.
I can't advertise.
Weightball.
Advertise my books on
30 seconds. Somebody else putting up 7 million. What you want to tell the 250 million people watching?
I would probably have some kind of gimmick just to run up my numbers on Instagram or something. If I ain't paying out that money, then I would, you know, be like, follow my weight loss journey. And then I'll just start Alco video eating broccoli.
Everybody be like, yeah, we gonna watch, because obviously you just getting started.
That's what's up, man.
Boom.
Something I would make sure people following me though.
30 seconds, bro.
Whoa. That's a good one, DC.
30 seconds, man.
Hey, man. I just say, hey.
Come
get my numbers on. Follow me, go be out the house.
Come see me in Shreveport. I try to sell something. Because I don't know numbers, period. You can sell, if you reach enough people, you can sell cow chips or shit.
Now, if you got $7 million to advertise that many people, you got to have a product to back it up. If all them folks try to buy it that day,
You had a product.
Don't worry about it. Just sell all you
Put
got.
on back order. Sell what you got.
Yeah, and then you tell them sorry.
You got it. Yeah.
Yeah, if you ain't made the money, sorry.
Yeah.
But that just show you the power of TV,
back
boy.
order.
Yep.
Numbers it had.
Back order.
The numbers.
Can you buy 30 seconds and then sell 10 3-second slots?
Well, they were doing that. They were teaming up. A lot of companies teamed up.
I saw Coors and Miller team up, so I guess they spent 3.5 apiece.
But then it was really somebody else commercial. It was like they showed a couple beers and then they were like, no, it's really it was like
A couple of them commercials, I ain't understand.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't understand Eminem.
I tell you what I was expecting. I didn't see the Lume, the new deodorant now for your ass.
Loom.
Oh my
They
God.
had a commercial.
Loom.
I didn't see that.
That just happens to be one of his favorite commercials.
We
though.
know more about what's going on with women than you do.
Because I wash my behind. That's why. I don't need that. I wash my behind.
You see one lady on the internet, the girl said, I take it back. You don't know how to wash your you don't even use bleach in your cooking. Your dishwater.
You know, dishwater.
Look, bleach in your bad water. The bleach in my bad
Lume commercial, man. Lume.
No
Yeah,
chill.
Man, they got a whole list of them on the internet. If you Google it, they got a whole list of them that they have tried, and people complain saying they were too lewd and that they took off. But I saw one where a girl had a pad. She was analyzing the girl that used the Lume, and she sniffs her ass.
So hold on. So this is literally booty hole deodorant.
Yeah,
Is it
everywhere.
spray or is it like a
No, it's a lotion.
It's a lotion.
You ain't seen the commercial?
Like basically what it did was like
The main girl be on there talking about I rub it all in the crack. This is a quote. I rub it all in my crack.
Yeah.
She said I rub it everywhere and you smell. You can't
Did she
smell
take a
nothing.
shower first?
I don't know.
said
I
you
don't
need
know
to
about
take
all
a
the
shower.
details now.
What is this world coming to?
Well, I don't know, but I think it's a good idea, Reverend.
Women and products, they tell
You think it's a good
So tell people
idea?
that you rub your,
Don't
you
wash your
don't.
butt. But put
No, wash your ass, but
never been in bad territory.
So Loom is the white girl's whole
for white
bath.
women. It ain't for white women. You can use it.
whole bad.
No, it's showing
Whole
white
bad.
women.
That was like
White women
just a
invented it.
washcloth.
It's a whole bath without a damn washcloth.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like that. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
that's nasty.
Because if I get my face close enough to your booty hole,
They
I need
saying
to
it's
know
a
all the way
rub-on
clean.
deodorant that will last longer than just your fresh shower.
Soap and water.
Might be last, but it's still down there. You ain't take care of yourself, man. What's this world coming to?
It's gonna get
No, you got it wrong. But that's not. If a person put on deodorant, that don't mean they don't take care of this. Where you put deodorant on for them?
I'm saying if they didn't shower, but then just putting the.
I don't think that's not the message that they convey. Don't shower. Don't wash your
I
ass.
ain't saying don't, but
They
some
say
women, you know women now.
that you can stay fresher smelling for a longer period of time.
Right, so
smell
they-
fresh. I don't mean it is fresh down there. I know what 8-Ball saying. I know
If
what
they
8-Ball
gave you
saying.
some mouthwash that they say your breath won't never stink, people gonna stop brushing their teeth. And they're like, all you gotta do is gargle this one time, your breath won't stink for
I
a week.
disagree with that. That's not the only reason you brush your teeth so your breath won't
I
stink.
don't understand how some men
That's
in this
the
room
reason, though.
can be mad.
Yeah,
at a woman
one of the
trying to
reasons.
Make it fresher for you when you go down there. How you gonna be mad at that? She's trying to make it fresher for you.
She trying to make it smell.
Does it
fresh.
come in
That don't
different
mean it is
flavors,
fresh.
Bo?
She trying to cover. She trying to cover up. She trying to cover up something she don't want you
Does
to
it
know.
come in different flavors?
Raspberry catfish. I don't know, DC. I don't
It's
know.
a raspberry catfish.
Catfish.
Raspberry catfish.
Kiwi tuna. I don't know.
You might be onto something now, like a champagne. That's really
I need
original.
to call the lady.
But for 51 years, I've never heard of raspberry catfish. But you might have.
I bet a lot of Valentine people were happy that their woman had some loom.
Boom, exactly.
I don't know you call it loom or lume.
Yeah. Loom.
Lume.
Loom.
Yeah. Y'all everybody Valentine satisfied?
Yeah.
I was cool. I did my podcast last night, man. I just talked about people, about Valentine's, because I know it's like, hey.
Oh, he a Valentine
see about
Scrooge.
it. I wasn't no Valentine's Scrooge. I was a realist.
Are you married or single?
I'm single.
Single all the way.
I'm not married, but I'm just saying,
That's
Valentine's, there are 60% out there, men and women, that use Valentine as a gauge is if I'm gonna stay in this thing longer or shorter.
Now, how you come up with that number?
That's
That's
the truth, man. Valentine's is big for some people in within that 6 months.
Scrooge.
It's the truth. Like, women are literally saying, how's he treat me this first Valentine's Day? To where, okay, am I gonna keep this dude around? Now, if they've been in a relationship for a long time, then you used to it and you going with that. But if it's these new Valentine folks, you should know, tell the truth. It's a
don't be put me up in there, because remember, I can't do what Rihanna did, so don't put me up in there.
Still holding on.
Don't call me
That's
that.
in the past.
You know, a woman don't let nothing go, man. You say something 20 years later, she remember. You remember you said. Be like, what? You said it to me back in 2013.
Yeah, let it go. But but whether she supports me or not, I truly believe that men or women, within the first 6 months when Valentine's Day comes around, that's a gauge tool if I'm gonna stay in this thing for a while.
I think it's not just Valentine's.
I think talking about tomorrow.
I don't think it's just Valentine's when you're talking about that window. I think it's just everything. It's Christmas, birthday, because women do pay more attention to holidays than what men do.
I am not a holiday person.
Yeah, I'm not big on that. I'd rather.
I mean, that's one of my shortfalls. I'm just not, man.
Well, I just told people, I said, man, y'all can spend like $10 on baby all year round and give them a massage instead of ripping around all day.
But you know what? I noticed a lot of people have done this year. At least some of my friends that are involved in relationships, they started doing more experience opposed to buying things. So like a buddy of mine, her and her dude, they went to Texas. And they just wanted to spend the time together. They both of them had time off, and it was like, I'm not doing all. She's like, the flowers, that's good, but he gave me flowers throughout the year.
I'm not opposed to it.
Right.
I just.
But they do more experience stuff.
I just have trouble.
And that's cool.
I had
do
trouble remembering.
That you all may not have
Makes it
done
healthy.
before.
So,
And
then too, if you doing stuff all alone when there is no day, then what the hell is the
that's my method.
Commercial.
That's the way I try to be.
That's how I try to be, man.
And that's why I was saying some of my friends that are in healthy relationships, they do stuff throughout the year. So they don't make a big super deal out of Valentine's Day. Not that they don't do anything or they don't give, but it's not as big. Like I said, one of my buddies, her and her fiance, I said dude, but fiance, they decided to go to Texas.
Right.
And just enjoy their day. So it's not as big. Like you said, DC, if you're already doing the love thing throughout the year, then that one day is not going to make a break.
And it ain't all about the couple either, because my daughter gave me a Valentine card.
Yep, I was going to say that.
I used to give my mama one. I ain't never gave my
But it
daddy
did
one.
surpass Christmas. I don't know, like what, 5 years ago, Valentine's.
But I will say this: he left though. My son, he didn't give me a
most
Valentine's
revenue
gift
holiday.
this year, but
Don't worry about it. He got you tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
normally he got me, but he got a little lady friend now, so I guess mama girlfriend, mama lost.
Now, my wife, when it comes to the holidays and the gifts, she think I should get up early and have her present when she wakes up. She got to see. Can't wait like.
That's what most women think.
Move around.
That's her love language.
But the problem is she's searching for it all night long. So how can I? When I'm asleep, she's searching for it. You know what I'm saying? When I'm like, let me surprise you. So I make her mad all the time. She get up. You know what today is?
Yeah, Tuesday.
You know what today is? Yeah, when she go downstairs, she want it right there by the bed. She want to see it right there. Don't do that. She mad. You don't think about nobody but you say, hold on.
You selfish.
You ain't even went out there. I don't want to see you when I was there. I forgot. I get you something. I be trying to put. I forgot. Then she go down and say, "Oh, why you didn't say so? Happy all man."
I put it right behind the pancakes. See, she cooked.
But that's a love language.
I put it right behind the pancakes. You ain't looking.
Tom Brady posted, I guess he got the kids for Valentine's Day, him and Gazelle's kids. And she posted herself with the dogs. She just kissing, licking the dogs all in the mouth.
They get like she said, man, they getting back together.
I think they're gonna get back together. I would be surprised if they did not, but I think they are.
I wouldn't if I was Tom. I wouldn't.
So
You know.
that man is temporary.
That dude got one photo op, and you ain't seen this dude since. Like he disappeared off the face of the earth.
Hey man, that's a trainer, man. That's a trainer. What are you talking about?
He trained all right.
Hey, that's the second one lost their man. Shaq wife married the trainer, remember?
Yeah.
Well, she married the preacher. She married the trainer.
She was getting broke off.
Yeah, Sean, what's her name? Shawnee.
My thing, why would they get back together? Didn't they already divide the money?
I don't know anything about dividing money.
Both of them got plenty of money.
The lady paid. She don't need them no more.
She already was making more money than him.
Yeah, but that notoriety gone. Ain't nobody checking for her like they did when she was
notoriety when you got money. You don't need to be notoriety.
Man, you believe what some people need over money. Especially she's always had money.
Would you rather be famous or rich?
I'd rather be rich any day.
Yeah, rich.
Keep your fame.
I'd rather be rich.
Yeah, I'd rather be rich and unknown.
Famous, man, you gonna be rich because they gonna pay you to be places.
Nah, you could be famous and not rich.
I know some famous people ain't got damn
You
money.
can be famous and not rich.
I need to be rich there.
Yeah, you can be famous and not
I need to
rich.
be rich there. I need to be rich.
But if you famous enough, you can make some money. But I'd rather be rich and be able to go places and spend my money without crowds.
I don't want to be Randy Quaid famous.
What was his name from Cadillac Records? And the guy said, "I'm gonna make you rich and I'm gonna make you famous." And he got up. He said, "Let's switch the chairs. You get in the rich chair. You get in the famous chair. Let me get in the rich chair." That was
Chuck Berry. They was talking about.
Yeah, he got up. He said, "Let's swap chairs." Because the man, the white guy said, "I'm gonna make you rich and I'm gonna make you famous." And he said, "Oh, well, hold on for a minute. Let's get up." Switch chairs.
And which chair was Rick?
He said, "Get me in the rich chair and let him stay in the famous chair." Screw being famous. Give me the money.
It was him and his manager. So he had a white manager, but he's the entertainer. You know what I'm saying? So they come into the office and he told the manager, "I'm gonna make you rich." And the entertainer, I'm gonna make you famous. And he's like, "Nah, I'm good on that."
So let's get on up.
Well, let me tell my Chuck Berry show story. We talking about Chuck Berry?
That's what we talking about. Yeah.
LaWanda Page was a very good friend of mine. You know LaWanda Page, Aunt Esther from Red Fox and blah. And we did a couple shows in the last few years. We did a couple shows together. And she was funny, very nasty. Right. And
She needed some lube.
one funny thing that she used to do though, she used to go to, y'all remember the store Woolworths?
Yeah.
I know Woolworths.
And she would buy white panties. I mean, this is what she told me. It was 79 cents. And she would sign them and sell them at her shows for $20. And she thought that was the funniest shit in the world. She said, DC, these people buying these drawers. She said, I just bought a drawer for 79 cents at Woolworths. And then I signed them. And they
talking about a markup.
Woo. And they buy these drawers. But anyway, she was my friend. And when she got sick, I would go see her. She was in the hospital in L.A. I would go see her, and a very funny lady. I was in the hospital room with her before she passed, and the nurse brought her a bunch of flowers in there on Valentine's Day from somebody, and she didn't even look to see who they were from. She said, "I'm hungry," and the nurse said, "Okay, but here's some flowers." She said, "Oh, thank you, bitch. I'm gonna eat these flowers." She was hilarious, man. But anyway, LaWanda told me back in the day, her, Red Fox, Chuck Berry, and Richard Pryor would all travel together to foreign countries and perform.
Wow.
LaWanda Page, Red Fox, Chuck Berry, and Richard Pryor. And she said that Red Fox, he was supposed to be the brains of the outfit. So he would cut all the deals, and they would go into these clubs in Australia and Japan, and Red Fox would cut the deals. And, I mean, she basically was telling me how Red Fox would mistreat her and take her money and all that, like pimp her. Chuck Berry would come out and do a musical song or two. Red Fox would do the jokes. Richard Pryor, at that time, his act was like Bill Cosby. That's in her words. And then she was a stripper. LaWanda Page was a stripper. And I've seen pictures of her when she was young. She was something to see.
She was rough. She was all right.
She said the last gig they did, they were in Australia. This was LaWanda.
We talking about Aunt Esther.
Aunt Esther.
Man, Aunt Esther was so fine.
She was something to see, boy. She said the last gig they did, they were in Australia. They had been there for 5 weeks. And the club owner kept telling them, stay another week, stay another week. They were making money with the act. And after 5 weeks, she said, club owner came in the dressing room and said, I'm sick of y'all doing the same tired ass act. And if I see any of y'all do anything that you did this last 5 weeks, all y'all get the hell out of my place. So she said she was there, what I'm gonna do? So she had this snake. She used to go out and strip with this snake around her neck. So while she was sitting there talking, she said the guy lit a cigarette and the lighter fluid spilled and it burned up. And she said, oh, I'm gonna go out here and do a fire trick. So she went out there with some lighter fluid. She had the snake on her neck, she was fixing to strip. And she went to light the cigarette and tried to light the lighter fluid that she had in a little bowl, and it wouldn't light. So she said, shit. So she went and got the lighter fluid can and came back out on stage, poured the whole can into the bowl. And lit her cigarette and put her cigarette in the bowl. She had a snake on her neck. She said the snake bit her. And she set the curtains on the stage on fire. And said the white man came out there and fired all of them in the middle of the show.
Hey, but that sounds like a hell of a show.
And she said Red Fox beat her ass for 20 minutes.
Oh, man, that's crazy.
So when Red died, it's according to LaWanda Page, this is what she told me. When Red Fox died and she went to his funeral in Las Vegas, she said she walked by the casket and said, I'm glad you did.
Wow.
That's what she
You know
said.
what people go through.
Well, she
You
had
never know.
But that shows you how professional they were, because you never caught any of that when you watched them interact on
You
social
never saw any of that.
Yeah,
That's the
just-
energy they was channeling on Savage or something. They literally looked like they hated each other. She was like, you sucker.
She said like he pimped.
They might have been improv in a lot
And
of that
she
too.
said Red Fox, when she was doing the strip, they were at another place and they said they didn't like her strip act. Red Fox was the first one that started her as a comedian. He said, go up there and tell some jokes, bitch. And she said that's when she first started telling jokes.
Wow.
Wow.
LaWanda Page.
Red was a wild boy.
We'll be back. You